my lizard lounge. I am so excited to give you all a tour of the reptile room of my dreams. So about a month ago now, I moved into a brand new house with all 50 of my animals. And ever since then, I've been working super hard to not only get myself settled in, but to also get all of my pets settled in. And after about a month of working on this room here, it is exactly where I want it to be, and I'm so excited to show it to you all. Back at my old place, I used to have my entire basement as my reptile room. And to be completely honest, that space worked amazing for my animals, but I never loved it. It was an unfinished basement, so no matter what I did, I was just never happy with the way that it looked. But now in this new space here, I was just really able to set up my dream space. So this room here is what I call my lizard lounge. And my lizard lounge is home to a lot of my pets, such as my lizards and my frogs. In my new place here, I actually have a total of 3 animal rooms. So this is not the only room in the house that has animals. So today we are just going to be checking out this room and the animals that live in here. But in the very near future, I will be giving you a tour of the other pet rooms as well. If you're a regular viewer of my channel and you're familiar with my pets and stuff and you're confused why all of my reptiles aren't in here, just know that it's because I have more than one pet room now. Some of my animals are in here and some of them are in the other rooms. So any animal that you don't see in here, you can assume it's just hanging out in one of the other rooms. So now that I've rambled on and on and on for a few minutes, let's go ahead and start touring my lizard lounge. So when you very first walk into the room, this is what you see. So this wall right here, as you can see, has some shelving units on it that fit absolutely perfect. They literally go exactly from this end of the room all the way down to this end of the room. It is incredible. So obviously these shelves here and all of the enclosures on them are sort of like the main part of my lizard lounge, if you will. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at what's on all of these shelves. So we'll go ahead and start with this side right over here. So right here on this shelf we have Mark, my Standings day gecko, and we have Chaos, my Leachianus gecko. I know this isn't the best footage, but Mark is a day gecko, and day geckos are extremely fast and flighty. If I tried to open the door to get a better shot of Mark or something, I would probably just make him run away and hide. Day geckos are definitely not the type of animal that you can just take out and handle and like hang out with, but they're still really cool pets. Day geckos are really beautiful and they're diurnal, so they can make really great display animals, but definitely don't get a day gecko if you want something that you can hold. Mark here definitely does not appreciate me being too close to him, that is for sure. And then right above them we have a little surprise animal in here who we're not going to be talking about today, so stay tuned to discover what this is all about. So right below these two enclosures here, I have this going on. I don't really know what this is. This bin right here used to be my dart frog enclosure, but they have been moved, so it is now just an empty bin. And then over here we have a bucket of dirt and then a table with some things on it. So that is what's going on in that corner right now, but honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with this area long term. I was originally going to put an enclosure down there, but I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead with that now. I might do something else. I really don't know. So if you have any suggestions, then let me know, but I guess we'll just see what happens to this area in the future. All right, so now let's move on over to the middle shelf here. So on the top row here, we have three 18, 18, 24 Exoterras. This one right here belongs to my crested gecko Dorito. This middle one is currently empty. And then over here, we have Avery, my Chihuahua gecko. Out of every reptile that I currently own, Dorito is who I've had for the longest. I got Dorito back when I was 17 and I was working at a pet store. And now moving down a shelf, we have three chameleon gecko enclosures. So these two here belong to my male Urodactylodes viardi, and then this one right here belongs to my female. Right next to her, we have Yoshi, my crested gecko, and then right in the middle here, we have my favorite enclosure ever. So right here, we have my poison dart frog enclosure. So this enclosure here belongs to my pair of Dendrobates tinctorius azureus. And now this is actually the first time that you are seeing the frogs in their enclosure here on YouTube. Now there will be a video coming out soon of me adding the frogs into their enclosure. I guess the videos are just a little bit out of order. I am honestly so happy that I made the decision to go ahead and get poison dart frogs because I have honestly become obsessed with them. There are times where I just come and I sit here in front of the enclosure and just watch the frogs for so long. They're so bold and active. I just really love getting to see them out all day. It is safe to say that I definitely see more dart frogs for me in the near future. And look at that, Pluto's out. Say hello, Pluto. I hope you're having a good day. And right next to you, we have Neptune. Neptune's also out. I hope that you're also having a good day. And now, down on the bottom row here, we have Sandwich, my chubby frog. You can't see very well, but Sandwich is there. Sandwich is in the hole right there. Isn't this wonderful footage? I love when my camera focuses. We have my Oida salamanders, and then we have Ferb, my Madagascar rain frog. You might be thinking, did you just say a Madagascar rain frog? And where did that come from? So this is Ferb, and Ferb is amazing. I love Ferb. So I actually got Ferb back in August when I went to Toronto for the Reptile Expo there. Ferb actually came from Breeze Exotics and Mike Tatula, who I'm sure some of you will recognize. So yeah, this is Ferb, and Ferb is wonderful. And in case you're wondering, Ferb is really small. He's such a little round guy. And now onto the last section of the shelf here. On the bottom we have my leopard gecko Pepper. Then we have my gargoyle gecko Derek. You can hardly see her, but Derek is poking her head out of the cork bark right here. It's probably easier to see her eye. Honestly, you can like see her better in the reflection. There we go. There's Derek. I moved the cork around a little bit and then Derek here came out to say hello. So Derek here is my beautiful gargoyle gecko who I got a couple years ago. I got Derek as a teeny tiny little hatchling, so I had no idea if it was a male or female, so I decided to name it Derek, and then Derek turned out to be a girl, but thankfully gargoyle geckos do not care what their name is, so this is Derek. And right over here we have my cat geckos. I used to have a nice big beautiful bioactive cat gecko enclosure, and I'm so sad to say that it broke during the move, so this is where my cat geckos are living for now, but they will definitely be getting a nice bioactive again soon. And then right on top here we have another empty enclosure, and then we have my Thacodactylus enclosure. So there is a brief look at what is on these shelves here behind me. So this video isn't meant to be like a meet on my pets video or anything, which is why I'm not showing you every single animal. But if you do want me to do another one of those now that I am in a new space, let me know, because I think I'm gonna do another one soon. It's actually been like almost 5 months since I did the last one, which is kind of weird. I can't believe it's been that long. So yeah, here's what is on this shelf here, but there's still a lot more to the room, so let's keep going. So these shelves here are not the only ones in the room. We also have this shelving unit right here. So this one here is obviously a lot smaller than the other one, but it is perfect for what I need it for. So right on top here we have Finn, who is my Trioceras montium. So this is Finn. I've had Finn for just over 2 years now because I actually got him right when I first moved to Ottawa. So he lived with me in Ottawa the entire time I was there, and now he's here with me in Nova Scotia. So Finn is a Trioceras montium, which is commonly known as the Cameroon sailfin chameleon. This is just such an incredible species that you rarely ever see in captivity. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Finn is also super fun to own. He has a very big personality. He's grumpy, but he's a funny guy. He also really loves food. He is probably one of my best eaters that I have out of all of my reptiles. He has a very big appetite. Then below Finn, we have Fern, my African fat-tailed gecko. We have my Sparodactylus right next to Fern. And then on the bottom, we have 2 of my baby cat geckos. And now just to the left of this shelf here, you can see that I have these drawers and stuff. So this is just where I keep a lot of my animal supplies, like supplements and food and whatnot. So that is what is in these drawers here. And I also have a few plants on here. So I have a calathea here, and I have another calathea right over there. So now if we go to the right of this shelving unit right here, there is a door. And now this door here is just the door that leads out to the rest of the house. So there's that, there's the house. So next to Finn's enclosure, I have this golden shelf on the wall, which I really like. I just picked this up recently. On top here, I have a neon pothos. Then I have a little terrarium with this mushroom carving that Josh gave me. And then on the bottom here, I have a marble queen pothos and this plant that I forget the name of. Then on the back of the door here, I have this nice hanging of these monstera leaves, and over here I have a bit of art on the wall. So this red and gold snake here is a beautiful wall hanging that I got from Herpetology on Etsy, which is actually owned by fellow pet YouTubers ZA Reptiles. I'm absolutely obsessed with this, and I think it looks so good in here, so thank you, Zoe, for the gorgeous snake. And then this frog painting right here is actually one that I did about a year ago, and I also think it looks really good in this room, so that's that. So you can see right here is the lounge part of the room. You know, we got the lizard part over here, and then we got the lounge part over here. So this area here I kind of just put together to have a nice place to relax in here, and you know, it's also a place for all of my plants. So on the floor here, I have this beautiful rug that was actually handmade in India. I am obsessed with it. And then I have this chair here, which was given to me by my grandmother, and this nice pillow, which Josh gave me. On the floor here, we have my ZZ plant, and we also have my burgundy rubber tree. And then right here, we have this cabinet. So this cabinet here actually belonged to my grandmother and great-grandmother. So this cabinet here is over 100 years old. On top of it, I keep a bunch of my plants, and I have a sunblaster light mounted up there, so that is what keeps all of these plants nice and happy. I have a few hanging plants right here, and then I have some more plants on this stand right down here. Now if we come over on this side, you can see behind the chair here, I have my pride and joy plant, my over 5 foot tall Monstera Adansani. I bought this plant last summer, and oh my goodness, it has just thrived for me. I mean, look at how big it has grown. And this isn't just like a year's worth of pure growth or anything. I have been taking cuttings from this plant. So this plant here is just like, it's my child. I love this plant so much. This is me just standing next to the plant on the ground. So I was probably lying when I said that it was over 5 feet tall because I'm only 5'3", but it is just about 5 feet tall. I mean, like, it's only a couple inches shorter than I am, so it's a tall plant. And then behind it here, I have this super cute Monstera embroidery from Estrella Goods and this embroidery of George that I made. And moving on over, we have some more animals. So this here is actually the closet of the room that I converted into a little setup for all of my babies and hatchlings. So these enclosures here house animals like my baby cat geckos, my baby crested gecko, and my baby emerald tree skinks. So Bert, my Vietnamese mossy frog, lives in here right next to my desk. I am super happy to have a desk in my lizard lounge. It makes just working on my videos so much more enjoyable. I love sitting in here and getting to edit. It is truly, truly amazing. And of course, I cannot forget about my silver play button, which is right up here above Bert's enclosure. I received this in the mail just over a week ago, and I am so happy, and I just want to thank you all again for helping me get this. I am truly, truly grateful for all of your support. You can see on my desk here I have some of my Monstera cuttings growing, and then up on the windowsill right here I have some of my baby alocasia bulbs growing. As you can see, it's not a super nice day out right now, but normally this window gets quite a lot of light, which really lights up this room, and the plants really enjoy it. And there you go. That is my lizard lounge. My lizard lounge is absolutely my favorite room in this house. I am genuinely just so happy with how it turned out. I really love this room. Like I mentioned in the beginning of my video, my old reptile room was great, but I never loved it. I didn't like that it was an unfinished basement, you know? It was just ugly. And because I never loved my old reptile room, I didn't like filming down there. The reason why I barely ever filmed room tour videos was because I was just never happy with the way that it looked. And I kind of regret it now looking back. Like, I wish I still did pet room tours, but I just was never satisfied with the way the room looks. But here I am just absolutely obsessed with this room. I'm so happy with it, and I really just want to keep filming in here and keep showing it off. So I just really love that I now have this room and this space that I just love to be in. And I really hope that you guys like this room almost as much as I do. I really hope that you enjoyed this tour, and I don't know, maybe this gave you some inspiration for your own pet room or something. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the video. So now remember that this is also just 1 out of 3 of my pet rooms. I still have 2 more animal rooms that you guys have not seen at all before, so if you liked seeing this room, then make sure you stick around for the future room tours, because there's gonna be a lot of exciting videos to come. So with all of that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and it costs you nothing. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, there's lots of fun content coming, so you don't want to miss that. Also be sure to check out all of my social media. It will all be down in the description below, but it is pretty much all just EmmaSam99. I would love to have you over there, so feel free to check that out if you like. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video.